Uh-oh. Wait. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm here. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tina. How are you doing? It's been a week or two. Amazing. Hopefully, there's been some big shifts in your life. So let me see if I can invite you all. I know some of you are probably going to be working and not available. That's all good. So I'm going to respond to Richard's statement. So he's saying he's struggling with gaslighting long term, and it's really messed him up. And have compassion with yourself. It's messed us all up. And now they've become beliefs. So what can happen is that when we have a repeated thought, or someone keeps telling us certain things, they get locked in the subconscious mind as true. And they are not. So this is where we unravel. And what I'll do is I'll put up a written post so that you can have the guideline. But here it is. So what's the belief? That you're not good enough, let's say. So the belief is I'm not good enough. You ask yourself, is it true? And it's not true. You know that deep down you're good enough. And whose voice is it? Is it your wife's, your daughter's, family members? It could be from childhood. It could be anyone. And then you recognize whose voice it is. Once you recognize whose voice it is, then you can write it down as the statement that you have. You can cross it out, and you can have like an energetic cutting. There's lots of different ways of doing it. Some people just cross it out and they basically say to themselves, I see you, I hear you, I acknowledge you, and I release you, because it's now part of your ego mind. And your ego mind is telling you that is true. And so it'll keep being repeated in your subconscious mind. So you are going to move from that position. And you're going to be the victim from that position. So we don't want to be in victimhood if we can. Okay? So we want to shift our belief that everything's happening for us. So this means we actually have control. And we have power over the situation. And so then the second part of this is that your family is controlling your finances, and that it's related to your autism. And this could be true, or it could be a version of truth. So when we're dealing with the ethereal realm, with the spiritual realm, we're not looking at our now reality. We're looking at the limitless possibilities. So what is the limitless possibility? The limitless possibility is that you're not autistic at all. And even if you are, that it is not a deterrent. It is not something that holds you back. It's something that actually becomes part of your story, but it's not who you are. You're not identifying with it. And because you're not identifying with it, then your family stops identifying with it. Okay? So hopefully that makes things a little more clear. Now, also give yourself a basic understanding that it has only been 7 weeks. And I know that when we've gone through hell and back, we want things to be done and healed and dusted as quickly as possible. And our lives are a journey. There are stepping stones to the healing process. It's not going to happen overnight. It can, but we're usually not strong enough and paying attention to our energy, strong enough and paying attention to our thoughts, strong enough to paying attention to our emotions, to be able to unravel and heal this as quickly as we actually desire to. So remember, we have the gap, right? where we want to be, where we are, and we want to close that gap to get the alignment that we want. So we have our emotion. So the negative emotion is feeling out of control, feeling struggle, whatever the gaslighting phrases that are being said to yourself. Okay? So then you have that. This is where you are. And you desire not to be affected by it. You desire strength. You desire to have control and power over your life and your finances, and to be happy and to be healthy. That's the gap that we've got to close, right? So then we include law of attraction and manifestation. So we have what we desire, which is the happiness, the joy, the financial freedom, the financial control, the control and power over our lives, peace, freedom, the whole 9 yards, right? What is your belief? And the belief is that gaslighting stuff that you're telling yourself. So this is where the wobble is. And this is where you're going to take action from. And this is what's going to create what you manifest, which is more feeling of lack of control, more feeling of financial constraint and not having financial freedom. I hope this makes sense. Okay? So we want to really pay attention to our energy. We want to pay attention to what our thoughts are. We want to pay attention to what we're putting out in the world, because the universe responds to our energy, to the frequency, to the words and thoughts and feelings that we say out loud in our minds. It doesn't matter. But, hi Melanie, it is all part of the process. So everything we do, we say, we think, we believe, we tell a story about, that is all frequency. And all that frequency goes out into the world, and it is then projected, and then what's returned, all of that as well. So that's why we want to change our stories, because if we believe that we are victims, if we believe that everybody is against us, if we believe that we are unhealthy and things aren't going to change and that life sucks and what's the words that we're saying, then, of course, the universe is going to go, okay, well, you are in lack, so we're going to give more things for you to feel that way. Hi, Brenda. So it's just really important for us to pay attention and start even writing these things down. Like, what are those negative thoughts that are coming through? What's the mind chatter that you're experiencing? Because those are probably the gaslighting experiences. Those are probably the words that you're saying to yourself. And again, question it. And you want to soothe the ego, because the ego mind is a good thing. It's part of us. So we don't want to reject it, but we want to soothe it. So again, we say, I see you, I hear you, I acknowledge you, I release you, and I let you go. It could be as simple as that. And then believing that saying that phrase is enough to let it go. And there's going to be different layers. So I have mentioned through the masterclass that I have this experience where I've not been good enough or not worthy. And in my marriage, I came into it with that not worthy enough mentality. Looking back on it now, I didn't realize it until 27 years later. Now, how crazy is that? But this is about the awareness. So I'm not judging myself, I'm not criticizing myself, I'm not getting all up on my head. I'm saying, thank God I now see it. Because now with this new person that's in my life, he brings that out in me because it hasn't completely healed. And it's because of his big life. So am I worthy of him because he's got a big life? Of course I'm worthy of him, because even if I don't have a big life. because I have value. I bring something different to the table. And he's learning and he's growing and he's loving himself more because of what I bring. So we want to see the value in ourselves as well. And to know that we are worthy, we are deserving, we are good enough for absolutely everything all abundance in this world has to offer. Everything. Not a little bit of thing. Everything. It's our gift if we choose it. So recreate the story. What do you want your life to look like? And in the next, probably a year is too long, so let's say 3 months. In your next 3 months, how do you want your life to change? Now, don't be unrealistic because the ego mind's going to kick in again, right? So we want to say, like, we want to feel more peace, we want to feel more calm, we want to feel more freedom, we want to feel more joy, more happiness, more bliss, less pain, less anxiety, less overwhelm, less something. Okay? So that way we're coming from a space of possibility and it can happen and the ego mind's not going bullshit. We got to work with the mind, okay? So we want to make sure that we're not just thinking and allowing ourselves to think and not paying attention. It's about awareness. So I remember a while back, a couple years now, I had this weird thought when I was playing with all this energy work that if I wonder if I could be happy and broke. What the hell? Why the hell would I ever think that thought? And I did. And so, but it was so subtle, I didn't catch it at the time. And I didn't also know that I could catch it and then change it. So, I remember saying one night to my husband, Elton at the time, that it's like this veil, a block, is in front of me from all my clients because I had clients cancel, clients no-show. I had no calls coming in for bookings. Like, it was just the strangest experience. And my money was going down, 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 down. So then I started to really assess and look. And I realized of the thought that I had. So I'm like, yes, I can be happy and not make money. So let's make money and be happy. Why not? So we want to just pay attention, play with it a little bit, have fun with it. And we're not going to get it right away. It's not going to happen. It's a constant remastering, tweaking, changing, becoming more aware, getting more curious, and being able to connect into all of that so that we're actually going to do the things that we need to do, say the things we need to say to get into alignment with our soul selves. So at the end of the day, we're attracting what we truly want and desire. And I hope that makes sense. So if there's any further questions, so I have been feeling into everything. So there were a couple people that were going to be coming from Instagram, and they don't have Facebook. All of you are in here have Facebook. So I'm going to keep this group open for the month. And so we'll stay there, and that way we don't have to go over to WhatsApp. So if anything comes up for you, I am here for you. I will support you. We support each other, so you're welcome to respond to each other's comments, to give compassionate comments, instruction, constructive criticism, if there's going to be criticism. I'd rather not be critical, but, guidance. And what your experience is, and what helped you. Because we all have our journey. And I really want us to have this community so that at the end of the month, we're feeling more supported. We're feeling like, okay, I got my people. And my people have got my back, even if I don't. And there are going to be times that you're not going to. And if you're gaslighting yourself, then those are not moments that you're doing that. Okay? So, please, I'm here for you. Do what you need. Say what you want to say. Feel what you need to feel. Allow yourself to feel the feelings. It's important. And then watch the magic happen. Watch it happen. It'll be amazing. So if you have any questions, continue asking, and I'll continue coming in. If I feel this is a big enough topic that everybody's going to benefit from it, then I will certainly come in and do the lives. And if not, I'll just make a comment on your post. But this is your group, it's for you, it's about you, and it's here for you, for the support that you need. Have a blessed day. Take care. Thanks for joining me, Brenda and Melanie.